All right. So, guys, welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. So today I review. Sorry for my voice. I just woke up not quite long. You understand? So, and I felt I have a lot of work to do today. So let me just record this video, put it out there, and then go about my daily activities. So today I stopped my video around somewhere around there. When I was explaining some entries I caught, blah blah blah. You understand my points? So in case you've not watched on the last video, like if this one is kind of confusing, go back to the previous one I dropped, the part one, watch it. So this is the continuation of it. All right. So I think I was actually on 5 minute time frame, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I was on 5 minute time frame and I was trying to explain. I was trying to explain this guy, and I was trying to explain how this sell happened, this sell, and this buy, somewhere around this sell, this buy, yes, and then this buy. And of course, the last buy that happened on Friday, this particular one. So this is what I was actually trying to explain in my previous video, but I don't know what actually happened. My recording stopped, so I just have to upload it that way and then make another video for part two. This shouldn't be more than probably 10 minutes, I guess. Yeah, this shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Okay, so now starting from here, this particular move happened on when was that? That was 2 weeks ago, Friday. Excuse me. I was able to catch this buy. I'm not sure I have the screenshot and the screenshots. I was able to catch this buy, then I targeted. It was actually 1:4. Was it 1:4, 1:5? I targeted somewhere around there. Somewhere around there is actually my TP on this particular move. Yes, somewhere around there. It was actually 1:5. But this one is showing 1:7, not bad. And then I hit stop loss here. I was trying to sell this guy. My phone was dead. No, what happened that period? I can't even remember. But I knew I placed my buy limit here and then my sell limit here. So I took $50 loss here and then I made my money back here. So this is the new week. I mean, 2 weeks ago. Yes, this was 2 weeks ago. So it happened that I also saw this buy. There is a buy that happened there. I was able to catch this buy. I think it was actually on 1 minute, but I'm not going to one. That's not what I'm trying to explain this morning. I want to try to explain the sell, the sell moves I was able to catch last week and upper one. So starting from here. So this was where I started my analysis. Now, I realized that market has already taken out this guy. Then I have a sweep of liquidity here. Now, this is a protected point, isn't it? Right? This is A, B, and C. Market took out the B leg. Internally again, we have A, B, and C. Market took out the B leg and then broke structure. So this guy is supposed to come here and then what? And then buy. But what do you think that happened there? This particular demand level. You see what the market did? Market manipulated people that woke up during maybe Asian section or so that were trying to trade this guy, Market bots, bought A, come here, give them liquidity, took it out as a protected point. Same thing happened there. Market took liquidity out and then broke structure. So a lot of people want to buy from this guy again. You understand? Now, instead of buying, market only bought a little bit and then left a base. You see, this candle is actually a base. If you've been not watching my video, you understand what I mean by a base. So candle left this base here. I don't know what's wrong with my mouse. But I mean on a martial arts, I have to buy some down. Okay. So market left a base here. I marked this guy out on Saturday when I was when I was studying. So I marked this guy out. I knew market is coming here, to give me my sell. And then on Monday, I was able to catch this buy. I realized that we have due to my back tests, whenever there is high voltage, high volume move in the markets, and the market leaves something like this. For my back test, I realized that markets usually come here to give some sort of reaction. And it eventually happened. See how it's played out. Market broke these points. So this B leg has been taken out, and then market broke structure for me. Then what did I have here? I have change of character. This is change of character, right? And then I have these points as my B leg. This is the first pullback after the break of structure, right? Then I have this point as my order block to buy from. Then I called this trade. It was actually 1:3. My TP was it around there or around there? I knew I targeted some. I entered very early. I think after the close of this pin bar. So let's assume I got myself a buy trade here. Then what will be my target? This internal liquidity, right? I think I got in somewhere around there. Yes, I got in somewhere around there after the pin bar. Okay, that's 1:4. Nice trade. Then market came back to this particular guy for sell. If you check 1 minute time frame, you will see confirmation and more of the entries there. Then I was actually targeting a low here because I was expecting the market to come here and give me a sell. You understand? So that was my anticipation. I was expecting the market to come here and then give me a sell. If you've watched the gold, when I started this channel, I dropped a video on gold entries. If you watch it, you will understand why this market eventually come back here to sell off. I explained it. I don't think there is need for me to go back there again. So if you've been following me for a while, you understand the reason why market eventually came back here to sell. Now, I took this sell from here, and then I was targeting somewhere around there. Give me about 1:15, yes. And then market came there, boom, boom. That was on Monday, boom. I was actually expecting this guy to buy from here. Maybe buy from here or buy from, So that was my anticipation then. Market did this and then boom, boom, boom. Market went its way. Fine. So what happened again? Market came here. Okay, yes, market came here. I hit stop loss somewhere around here because I marked this guy out as my sell POI. Then market chopped my money. I hit stop loss around here. I hit stop loss, I felt this is a demand level. Market manipulated people, but I didn't pay attention to what happened there internally. So that was the mistake I made somewhere around there. Fine. Then I now have this particular point as my point of interest again. I think I set limit before I went to bed. So, oh God, before I woke up, market has already hit my money. But then I was able to catch this sell. There is a sell that happened there. I was able to catch this sell, When I realized the market swept this guy on 15-minute time frame, I knew this guy is going to drop. I knew it's going to drop and it gave me 1:4. I was targeting somewhere around here for my TP. Yeah, okay. That's 1:5. So I was able to get in on this trade because look at it. We have a break of these points. If you zoom it very well, you see the break of these points, and then this point took out a liquidity guy. So this is change of character for me. Then I knew market is building up liquidity here. This is trendline liquidity, right? So I only wait for market to manipulate everybody that are trying to sell this guy because a lot of people are trying to sell from here. And market give them confirmation for the sell. You understand my point? And then markets took them out. But before the market take them out, a lot of people will say this is a buy zone again. But I'm not mistaken, right? And the market came there, manipulated again, and then sold off. So market is supposed to come here in the future to sell. And this sell is a trap because if at all market want to sell, or I mean, if at all market want to sell, market should sell from somewhere around here. I actually marked this guy out, but I closed it when I realized that this guy is about to sell off. Let me explain what I actually see there. Now, from here now, remember I said something that I felt we are buying because markets swept this low, and then market broke structure around there, right? So I then have this point as my buy POI. I had my stop loss below here, and I was targeting the extreme, the extreme high. You understand my point? But then market bought a little bit and manipulated me. So this point of manipulation, this point that manipulated me was why I marked this guy out as my sell POI. So I was trying to sell around here, but then when I check the chart again, I realized that market is about to go bullish. When I saw this, the Apple market took out these points, and then market broke structure for me here. And then I have this, my change of character. I knew we are going bullish on this guy. And again, we have a high, we have a high, we have a high, we have a low, we have another high, we have a low, right? The market is supposed to come here. Market is supposed to come here and then give us another low. But that did not happen. Market only gave some sort of SMR, smart money reversal, A, B, C. Manipulated people as if it wanted to sell. And then, boom, boom, boom. Immediately I saw this, I knew this guy is ready to buy. And I had my entry here for the buy. Then my stop loss below here. And I also enter based on confirmation again. And where do you think I'll be targeting? Remember, I said this guy is supposed to sell the market. At least if the market did not sell from here, we should get some sort of reaction. You understand my point? So I have this point as my liquidity point. This is my B leg here. Then the targets will be somewhere around where? Around there. But my TP was around here, sha. I placed my TP around there. Yes, this was my TP. But I think I have a screenshot that I was actually targeting this guy. That's 1:15, yeah. Not bad. And then I said I want to explain under entry confirmation for you. So let's take a look at this guy now. Let's take a look. Now we have this demand level. Let's assume we have this demand level from higher time frame. We want to buy from here. And then market do something like this for you, A. You don't shake any back. So market did A, pull back, come again, pull back, broke it again, and the market did something like this as if it wants to buy. Market bought at this demand level. Now market is supposed to buy here just to trap people, right? And then market came back here. If market eventually break this guy for me, I will be buying. If market, market is supposed to sell from here. And if market flip this guy, I'll be waiting for the retest and then I'll be buying. You understand my point? So that is what happened there. That is what happened there. Now, market bought around here, right? And then broke structure for some people. Then this is another demand level. Market bought a little bit and then filled. So when I noticed this, I set my buy stop somewhere around there. As market went above it, I got triggered. You understand? So that is how I was able to get in on this trade again. Fine. Now, let's take a look at this guy now. What can you say? I said market is supposed to react here as if it wanted to sell, right? Now, let's take a look at it. Let's analyze it. Let us analyze it. Markets took out this low. So, we can say this point is protected, right? And then market broke structure, right? Now, For some traders, they will say this is what? Change of character. And what do you think they want to do here? They want to sell, right? A lot of traders want to sell here. But I know what I am doing. I know this market is trying to buy. I knew this market is trying to buy. Let me see. I have the screenshot. I think I've already prepared everything. I prepared everything here. Okay. Can you see? This is it. This is it. Can you see it? You see that I do everything how I want it to happen. Okay. Can you see the first buy? You see my targets. I told you I was actually targeting this guy. This was my first buy. A market eventually came in. This buy is this. I explained it not quite long. This particular buy. This is it. Can you see it? This buy. This is the before of the trade. And you see how market came here. Market came there smoothly, and then bought. Right? So this particular one now, this is the before. Yeah, thank God. Can you see? I told you I was actually anticipating a sell here. I don't even know I have this one outside though. Okay, let me show you on the chart. This previous price action. Can you see it? This is it. I was anticipating a sell here to target this low, and then I was trying to take a buy here to this point, right? So, and I told you I hit stop loss there. This is it. You see how this guy sold, and then I chopped stop loss around here. Good. Okay, this was Friday trade. Yes, this is where I am now. Now, let's go back to the chart. Can you see it? Now, I realize that what market is doing here is just creating liquidity. Everything here is liquidity. It's only trying to trap traders. Traders that are trying to, Now, I realize that market took out these points, right? Market broke structure. A lot of people go chop stop loss for a year. Now, after this break of structure, a lot of people want to sell from this guy. Market took them out. What do you think a lot of people want to say? A lot of people will say this is what? Change of character. What do you think they want to do here? A lot of people want to buy. And then see what happened. This market is, no. This market really messed with a lot of people's brain. Now they are trying to buy this guy. They'll be like, wow, what the, ow. I don't want to use F word. Market stopped me out and begin to move my way. What is happening? This and that. When I saw this thing, I knew market is going to manipulate them. And that was why I drew it out. I saw this point as my equal low, right? Equal low. Then I was waiting for market to take out this equal low. So immediately I see this that happened. I take my trade here, my stop loss, I was stopped out at first. I think my stop loss was here, but I've already laid a rule for myself that whenever I'm entering based on this entry mode here, I should be adding 2 pips to my stop loss. Now, imagine I place my entry here, and then I added, this is 3.9 pips. So I add 2 pips, that would be 5.9. So this is my 5.9. I'm with stop loss, right? I'm with stop loss. That was what actually saved me last week on the buy I took again, right? And then I took a buy from here. I target where this point is my TP level from the past. You understand my points? From the past, I've got this point as my TP level. And then from the past, I knew I will be taking another sell somewhere around there. So that is like ping pong. You understand? You understand? So we took a buy. Let me check if I have this line here. Let me check. Oh, here, can you see? This was my target. Can you see it? And then this line that I draw, this box that I draw, this is the box. Checking initial record chart. Okay, this is the box. Can you see it? So that was my anticipation on this guy. And then this particular guy manipulated a lot of people. So this guy will be reclaiming the future for me for a buy. This is not a fluke. It happens over and over again. You understand my points? So this is like a volume violation, So market got here. But then I saw this buy. What happened? I think I don't even know what happened, sha, but I knew this guy is going to buy, and it gave 1 minute confirmation. It even came back around there. Check your chart 1 minute, you will see the entry, you will see the confirmation. So if I am to buy from here, okay, yes, I think I was like, was it 1:3 or 1:2? I was like, what is this? I can't take this kind of, this kind of trade, 1 to somewhere around. I was like, no, somewhere around there. No, I'm not taking this there. Okay, so now we have a break of structure here, right? And then if you look at this guy very well, market took out this flow. A lot of people will say this point is protected, but to me, I knew this guy is not protected, because if you measure from this point to this point, I'm not sure it's up to 50%. If you take a measurement from this guy to this guy, can you see? It's not up to 50%. This is my 50% here. This is an incomplete pullback. Let me see. Let me extend to the future again. BODB. Can you see? It's not even, market did not even go into, did not even enter this prime zone. This is 50% retracement. So I knew this point is a what? Is a liquidity for me. So when market came here, it happened when I was actually sleeping, but I knew market reacted. But if I was actually awake, I will catch this buy, because I know this is a demand level. This is a valid demand level for me that is supposed to buy the markets. That's supposed to buy the price, right? Now, what happened? Market only came, it gave a confirmation as if it wanted to buy by taking out this point. So, and then broke the low for me, and then broke this guy, right? So I know this is my B leg, and then I'll be taking my sell. What is happening? I know this is my B leg. B leg can be here, but I'll be taking my sell around here to get my sniper entry. We have my entry there. Then what will be my stop loss? I mean my TP level. I'll be targeting this low as my TP. Yes, 1:13,000 baht. So that could have actually been my TP level. And then you see what happened? Market swept this guy. Market swept this guy. This guy actually tempts. I was actually tempted to enter this buy initially. I was like, Omo, won't I miss this trade? This and that. But when I watch this guy very well, for those that know why, is it why cough? What did they call that thing? You will understand what eventually happened there. So I knew market is building up liquidity. I knew market is building up liquidity here. I knew market is building up liquidity. Then market was around here, and then I drew my arrow that I'll be expecting the market to come here and then give me my buy entry. Let me see. I have the before too. Where are you? Okay. Even before that happened, can you see? You see that I extend this to the future. That was how I was able to get this buy, And then this was the next day. You see? So I was expecting the market to move a little bit and then come here and then give me my buy setup. Can you see? So that is what eventually happened there. And then when market come there, I was able to get in my trade, Remember I said something. I should have actually get in my trade somewhere around there, because it was this low was swept by this guy, by this candle, right? And then if I enter my trade here, instead of placing my stop loss there, once beaten twice shy, this is 3.38 pips. 3.8 pips. If I had 2 pips, that would be 5.8, right? So I had my stop loss around here, right? Ori yomi goni, ori yomi, because market is about to break me out. Then where is the target? The target in the extreme high. But I've actually closed my trade. I'm not holding this guy. I don't close my trade. The market is supposed to come here and then, but I closed my trade. Was this somewhere around there or somewhere around there? I think it was somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere around there. I was actually planning to hold it, but I realized that this market is doing shege, and it won't make sense for market to eventually come here on Monday and continue the buy, or market eventually take me out. No, it won't make sense. So I just have to close my trade from there. And then I was able to see this buy too. This buy, let me see. The buy happened there. I've explained this thing already. If you check Even in this video, I've explained it. So I was able to see this buy, but it's already late. That was around what time, save? Okay, around straight to holiday. But I didn't get in shower. I didn't get in. Stop loss around there. Mommy, but I watched the yo. About 1 3. And then I was actually waiting for another entry here, but later I was shocked by that I didn't enter it. I was actually waiting for the guy to buy from here. I was actually waiting for this buy because I saw his structure. I just learned something, when I was back testing. But market moved a little bit and then failed. Now so I thought cry this Friday, but then I was disciplined enough not to take this guy. So that is the end of this video. Ensure you like, subscribe, and then comment. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. That's all for now. And then I've not even prepared for next week, yeah. But let me just give you an insight of what I think it can actually happen this particular week. We have a break of market structure here already. We have a break here, right? Or let me just say, then we have a break here. Then market also break this point, and then we have this point as our pullback. This is the post pullback after taking out this point. Is it up to 50%? No, the answer is no. I'm not sure, but let's measure. So this is now up to 50% retracement, right? So, and if you check all these guys have been mitigated. So I'll be expecting market to come to, somewhere around there. If I see my confirmation, if I see my confirmation, I will take my buy. You understand? But then market can do anything. But where the market is reacting from currently, it doesn't make sense to me. And I feel market is gonna buy. But as it is, I was actually expecting market to react. I'm waiting for market reaction somewhere around there. This guy is supposed to push the price a little bit. So I'll be using this for my ping pong. The market is going to take out. No, market has not taken out. I've been waiting for market reaction here. Market reaction here. You understand my point? So that's all I have for you today on this particular video. So it's a new week. Let's beat the market back to back. All right. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Godfather,